Namaskara, my dear ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? After spending years observing companies, some struggling, some truly world-class, I've realized the difference is rarely about technology or strategy or even talent. It's about how people respond when things don't go as planned. In struggling companies, when a target isn't achieved, I often hear long explanation. Why it could not be done, what went wrong, how circumstances were beyond control, reasons, and reasons. The energy goes into justifying the gap. But in world-class companies, it is different. People don't defend failure, they diagnose it. They explain what they tried, what did work, what didn't work, and then clearly ask for what's needed to fulfill the target with logic, data, and ownership. They don't ask for sympathy, they ask for support. Then there's another pattern I've seen. In struggling companies, people quietly accept, maybe out of helplessness, whatever comes their way. Poor inputs, incomplete data, unclear instructions, and still try to deliver somehow. Of course, many a times, a shabby outcome. They improvise, they adjust, they firefight, and it looks heroic. But really, it's not sustainable at all. In world-class companies, people don't silently suffer. They set boundaries with respect. And the leadership supports them. They make sure the incoming work, material, or information meets the required standard. And they explain why it matters. They don't settle for somehow doing it. They focus on doing it right every time so the next person in the value chain can pick up the baton, run, and succeed. And you know what's most fascinating? Even the way people get annoyed is different. In struggling companies, people get upset when I don't listen to their reasons, drama, and metaphors. Whereas in world-class companies, leaders get upset when I allow conversations drift into excuses. And this used to happen mostly in Germany. They have no patience for unnecessary drama because their time and energy are focused on what needs to be done next. So what's the secret behind these contrasting behaviors? It's not fear, it's not pressure, it's a culture. One that combines psychological safety and accountability, where people are safe to speak the truth and responsible to act on it. Where leaders don't punish mistakes, they coach learning. And where every discussion ends not with a reason, but always with a next step. Next, experimentation possibly, but still a next step. Excellence, I have learned, isn't about perfection. It's about discipline, honesty, and respect. Respect for the purpose, for the people, and for the process we strive together. That's how ordinary teams become world-class. Not by chance, not by luck, but by choosing clarity over excuses and responsibility over rhetoric. This is what I've seen. This is what I believe. And this is the spirit of doHow, inspiring excellence through reflection, dialogue, and action.